was our generous haggle. Oh, but now that won't work, now we're in a real battle. That's quite the throne of lies, but I'd like to knock down your castle. Your history is a carcass, and I'm a very hungry jackal. Since I can't get that sexy as a kite, stuck here dreaming about slime girl thighs. Might as well take down the global sensorial machine. I want to read about men kissing. Who are you to call it obscene? Keep up the pressure, those processors can't cope. Let's give them a collective nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Keep up the pressure, those processors can't cope. Let's give them a collective nope. Nope, nope, nope. Keep up the pressure, those processors can't cope. Let's give them a collective nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope.
We did it! We're live. Hello. Oh my God, what do I look like today? I swear to God, I brushed my hair. How's everybody doing? I hope that you're having a fantastic Monday. Is my audio? Yes, audio is going. Hopefully I fixed the clipping issue, but probably not. Probably not, and I'm still not in a good position here, but I'll move stuff around eventually. I'll get my shit together eventually. I'll probably actually mess with it tonight because I'm getting frustrated with how messy the desk is. There's too much irrelevant stuff on the desk, but that's fine. We're not here for you to complain or for you to listen to me complain about my desk. You're here for the Monday Muse. Hello. And yes, kitten time will happen at the end. Calm down, children. Yes, we'll get there. The storyboard, thank you so much for the tipperoni, for the goal hentai. Fun fact, you can't type the word hentai in the goal thing. You have to use funny words, so I just put hen fun or fun tie. I don't even know what I wrote. I can't actually view it. We're starting off great today. And Sai-san? I know it's son. Son of Sly. Slyson. No, I don't remember. You're my son. That's all I know. Z. My Z son. Thank you so much for the tip. I don't know why your name is just a meme now. I'm sorry. I'm a 48-year-old incel. If I can't get my gratification virtually, I will take it IRL. Collective Shout doesn't want that. No, they don't. And everybody deserves to have all of their good stuff and all of their fiction. And there's no reason to take it away from anybody. God damn it. You're very bad at this. I don't claim to be good. So at least I have that going for me. And hello, Kick Chat. Thank you so much. You enjoy the song. Bless. Yes, Kitty will be at the end of stream. Or maybe I'll go get her in the middle if we all need some good vibes. I want to bring back the theming of the Monday Muse. So I am going to work on some fun, lazy graphics. I need to acquire After Effects. I'm sorry, guys. I've tried to make DaVinci work for what I want to do. I can't. I need After Effects. Does that mean I'm gonna give them money? If I can find an eBay CD of like back when you could buy After Effects, because I don't need the latest and greatest tools. I just need like 3 tools. I don't know. Anyway, that's me saying that I need After Effects to do my animation work. I don't care. Unless I can make the live 2D. Actually, I could make live 2D work. That requires learning more. Anyway, hello. He's going to unleash the beast. No beasts to unleash. Don't do that. What's going on here? I was told this Savvy was a man by reliable Australian persons. Yes, unfortunately, those reliable Australian persons seem to be sorely mistaken and spreading fake news. Darth Cactus, thank you so much for the tippy. Late and gay tax, you're not late or gay. Show me da pussy, boss. The cat to clarify. No, I know. Men only want one thing, and it's disgusting, and they want to see my pussy. I love that we could say that. I'm glad that we can have a good time about that. Oh man, do I look like oh, I know why I look so red, because I have the purple light still. I was like, why aren't my eyes burning? Hang on 1 second. I gotta lean in. Oh, there we go. Fuck, that's bright. It's so dark. There we go. Ow, fuck, that hurts my face. There we go. Oh, wandering Trusm, thank you so much for the tippy. Thank you for the awesome music. Well, bless you. You're my favorite Fujoshi idol. I am not singing. Just so that way we're all clear, I'm not the one singing. I try to make that very clear. I use Suno AI. I only do the writing. I have always wanted to write or hear some of my stupid, shitty 16-year-old poetry brought to life through song. I have never had enough money to be able to commission musical artists. One day I would like to. One day I would actually really like to, but for now, I really, really do have a lot of fun with Suno. I try not to obviously post too much about it because it's really easy to post about it. Like once I get into the swing of things, oh my gosh, I can make like a handful of things in the course of a week, and people would just get annoyed with that. But when I start doing more art videos, I'm going to start putting more of my Suno music into it, I think, because I really like that, because I've seen issues where people will claim something is like open and free to use, and then they change their mind, and then things get fucked. And I just don't want to deal with any of that. I'd rather do something like it's fun for me to be able to also put a melody to it that I kind of choose and create and fuck around a little bit. So I don't know, it's fun. It's fun, but I'm glad people enjoy it. I really didn't expect it to get more than like 100 views. I know AI is a hot topic. I personally, as an artist, as a lifelong artist, I'm not threatened by it. I think it's a great little tool. I think it's fun. The people who lie are the problem, not the tool itself. Also, maybe the way that the tool was taught kind of sucks a little bit too, but then at the end of the day, it's like, well, it is what it is. Thank you, Abyss! Oh my god, we've got Anonymous. Wait, that's a thing? Anonymous has gifted 5 subs. I don't know if it's like the username Anonymous or somebody can be anonymous, but thank you on Kick for gifting and becoming a boosh giver. So everybody gets to hear the new sound there. I'm slowly making new sounds. Yes, slowly. We're getting there. Very, very slowly. My son, I can't super chat what I want to say. See chat? Uh-oh. Wait, what do you mean? What do you want to say? Is it strong language against me? Because I would understand. Pelicans, thank you so much for also becoming a bush giver. Once again, I shouldn't say becoming, but continuing to be a bush giver. For gifting also some subs over on YouTube. Very generous to you. Very wonderful. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Chat shouldn't be paused there. Yay! Your honorable stance against Karens brought me here. Well, bless you and welcome in. Hopefully today will be entertaining. Definitely not a gator. Thank you so much for keeping your membership going on YouTube. Just did math on Take Us North Kickstarter. There are 486 public donators, totaling 38,000. There's 1,700. Wait, is that? There's 1,000. No, there's $17,000 from 80 unknown backers. Yes, that's sort of in line to what I did. Yeah, I got actually a post on it, and we're gonna talk about it because I had them in my notes, and I couldn't remember if I ever talked about them before. But I had 2 different people actually show me the game prior, and to see what they've done today is like, wow, that's fascinating. So I didn't know why the conversation was popping off all of a sudden, so I just went and like threw out some info. I was like, if somebody finds it useful, awesome. If that's already been found, awesome. If somebody's already made a chart, awesome. Here you go. Here's just what I got. And that's it. And we're going to have a look at it, though, and it's going to be a good time. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about Roblox, and then we're going to talk about some more industry, basically industry capture stuff. Because now, thankfully, Roblox has opened up that dialogue, and I need to actually get to posting more. Edgemus, thank you so much for subscribing. Yay. Oh, it looks like maybe the subscribe. I don't know if you were on mobile. But maybe, I know Kick was working on fixing the mobile subscribers. So if you want to subscribe yourself as opposed to just gifting subs, you can actually do that. In order to make, and this is just information for anybody who wants information about Kick, I don't care. I'm not chasing partnerships or anything, but if you want to move up in the world of Kick, they have a really interesting program. I'm just meandering through it. If you do gifted subs, they don't count towards that goal. But if you subscribe yourself, it does count towards that goal. So it's just like an interesting thing. I think Twitch is actually the exact same. So that's just like clarification for anybody who wants to know how Kick works. I don't care. Don't switch platforms if you don't want to. It's all the same to me at the end of the day. You watch where you love. I just think that the little platform differences are very interesting. Because I don't think... Actually, no. YouTube was just about their version of subscribers, which is just followers, and watch time. I don't think Kick has a watch time thing. I think it's all about the number, like the actual concurrent viewership outside of being hosted, and then the subscriber element to it. So that's interesting. I don't know why they do it that way, but I mean, it's fascinating. Apparently, Kick now has a built-in poll feature. Ooh, fun! Gifted should count. I can see why it doesn't, because like I could, let's say I have my husband. I won't even just use me as an example. I'd have my, like some people would have their significant other, their friend or whatever, and then just gift the subs themselves to boost themselves to get that, to get to that next level. So I can see why they don't. I'm not complaining. I just find it interesting. But yeah. Stormborn, thank you so much for the tippy. Everyone say hi to the collective shark people watching. Yes, because apparently they do watch me. Within 24 hours, they made an adjustment to who they highlighted. So I find that very interesting. I don't know why they would watch me. It's not like they're the center focal point of my shows. But hey, hi, Melinda. Actually, I bet you it's more so Kennedy instead of Melinda. Melinda's actually busy doing shit. She gets invited to all the stuff, and she's also done some live show appearances. I got sent a couple of things. Actually, there was one thing recently that she did. But yeah, so it's most likely Kennedy. I don't know what her first name is. I like the last name. It's a very cool last name. I will absolutely compliment people if their names sound cool. I'll like Kennedy as the last name. It's a great name. It's a brilliant name. Rasmus, thank you so much for the tippy. A shiny coin for the basement gremlin. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. You're all wonderful. Oh, look at that. We hit the fun tie goal. Thank you so much. I'll be able to afford my one hentais for the day to keep me going and not wanting to commit a Sudoku. Well, let's jump into this. I have to switch you guys over to main and hope that nothing bad happens there. Very cool. I need to rearrange Opera again because this keeps happening because I can't just be normal. Why would I ever do that? All right, so that's the thing. I need to have a Twitter one and then a different one, but it's fine. Kitten news. Yes, we'll have kitten news. We'll have kitten news towards the end. It's like a reward for class. That's what it is. We're gonna have reward time, so you guys have to behave yourselves. You can't call me hazel-eyed. You will get maybe like five hazels, and then afterwards, if you don't pass that, you will be rewarded with kitten. Kirara is still the tentative name. Husband is now bouncing back and forth, and then he just gets lazy and calls her Kira. And I'm like, no, she's not. We're not having a Death Note reference here. I feel like that's gonna be bad luck. So her name is still tentatively Kirara. Still gets called Engie, Engine Girl. Also gets called Kiki. Gets called a lot of things if I'm being perfectly honest. Anyway, let's see here. What are we gonna talk about first today? Yeah, we can start here, I guess. We can start here. That's fine. So, Roblox. Roblox has broken the record for the most concurrent users on a platform ever with a peak of 47 million players. This beats the previous record held by Steam, with them having 41 million players on the platform. If I'm not mistaken, here's the correction. It's different. Let me explain. Steam's peak of 41 million players is players online plus players in-game. Roblox's new 47 million peak is only players in-game, excluding players online. Steam's only players in-game is peak 13 million versus 47 million. regardless, it's a lot of people on one platform playing one specific you can't actually really call it one game because there's so many games within it with the way that user-generated content works. But it's basically one brand, one game with a bunch of sub-games, sub-realms within it, right? But it's one big conglomerate. They're not on Steam to play something by Sony or Xbox. They're on Roblox to experience the Roblox product. Das Pitch, thank you so much for the 2. Pretty sure her name should be Hazel. You people are killing me. I swear to God. You're every day. There's one. So, why is this so important? Well, this number is exactly why there is a global capture, why there is an industry capture happening. So, people from outside of gaming look at this and they say, my God, that's a lot of children. It's not obviously children. It's mostly, I shouldn't say mostly. I don't know what the exact demographic split is, but there's a lot of adults who play for whatever reason. I actually didn't realize there were this many adults on it. I always expected it, depending on the game server, yes, but children are all over it. Thank you, Mystic, so much for the tippy. 2 to support the good fight. Bless you. But yeah, so this number, this 47 million players, is exactly why governments are interested in it, why censorship losers are interested, but also why a lot of their staff moved sideways from places that don't come from gaming, and why they are now infecting it. And they're making choices that are not good choices, that don't respect the player, that don't, respect the parent, that don't respect really just anything of what they're trying to do. It's very annoying. Interestingly, I actually don't think that I have it open. Oh, wait, hang on. I have several LinkedIn tabs over here. Hang on. Let me see here. Maybe I've still got it open. Wait, do I have 2 of the same tab open? Oh my God, I do. No, I don't. Oh, I don't need these anymore.
Yahoo!
Oh, I don't have it open anymore. All right, I'm going to have to come back to this point. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Oh, no, I do have it. Okay, we can actually talk about this. So, yahoo! Let's actually get to the tippies before I jump into this little ramble. Cat Village, thank you so much for the tippy. To protest the collective Karens, I drew my own not safe for work art. Hell yeah. Also, I reiterate, Wolverine with one for all would be terrifying. Bless. Yes, always. You know what? Use this. If you ever feel like you've ever wanted to create something, now's the best time to do it. You're not getting any younger. Just do it. Creating is lots of fun. There's no rules. It's great. Eliani, thank you so much for the tippy. Mayoshi, I haven't been able to watch a stream in a long time. Catch me up. What's the deal with Collective Shout and Roblox? Much love. Bless you. The skinny is Collective Shout somehow took full ownership of bullying Visa and MasterCard to get rid of some not safe for work games on Steam, making the Steam platform completely change its rules for some fucking reason. But yet we're supposed to believe that Visa and MasterCard are perfectly okay with the rampant amount of pedophiles in Roblox. Also, interestingly enough, Roblox is currently being used to move the global conversation forward when it comes to ID verification laws. And it just so happens that Melinda of Collective Shout, happens to be a shareholder for the AgeGate technology stupid trials that they're currently running in Australia that will be used to make the legislation. It is all connected, even if it doesn't seem like it, but it is. So she may not have any influence directly on Roblox. Also, interestingly, Collective Shout isn't speaking about the pedophile problem on Roblox. They haven't written Visa and MasterCard for some reason, but they made, I think, a stupid blog post back in 2018 or something like that. So it's very stupid. So that's the skinny of it. And that was still a mouthful, but there's a lot more going on. Kureha from One Piece. Oh, that would be a cute name too. Oh, very cute. We can call them collective sharts. You could, yes. I, unfortunately, for the algo and for searching purposes, if I don't call them collective shout, I will lose track of things. It's bad enough that I have to remember what I call anal violence, and then I can't type, valence. I have to actually type anal violence when I go search my own tweets. It's very funny. It's terrible. Anyway, shit. Oh, that's right. We were jumping into the Miro board. So we're going to come back to this thing here in a second. Where am I trying to go here? Down here. So back to Roblox. So what are we going to talk about today when it comes to a Roblox connection? This isn't going to be too much in the sideway movement, but this is Bob. Bob has been with the company for a very, very long time. In fact, Bob has been here for so long that he has a picture with little Schlep. Photo of me as a 10-year-old. Thank God he's already, of course, censored out. But here's Bob, right? So Bob was there in the before times, and Bob knows who Schlep is. Bob is the operations leader for innovation and team success and trust and safety, driving all of that shit when it comes to Roblox. Why on earth are we interested in this? Well, Bob would have been the individual to oversee the banning of Schlep. That's right. It's not going to be the CEO, CFO, COO, COOP, BOPTS, LGBTQ, right? It's not going to be anybody up there. No. It's going to be somebody circling around Bob. See, the higher-ups, they don't want to hear that there's a problem. They don't want to be told that there's a problem. They want the problems to go away. So if somebody's being a problem, the problem needs to go away. So what's Bob's job? He makes sure that problems go away. Now, how do we know that Bob feels any form of guilt for any of this? Well, a couple of days ago, he put out this post, and I think that it's very interesting, right? So this isn't 5 days ago from today, so just ignore that date. This is just when I clipped it. So Bob says, keep in mind who he is in his position. The internet never sleeps, and in trust and safety, it can often feel like we do not either. I have spent most of my adult life working in safety at Roblox, helping to protect millions of players around the world. It is work I care deeply about, but becoming a parent gave it a new meaning. The mission is no longer just professional, it is personal. We use our expertise to help keep the internet safer for everyone, including my own child. Notice once more, he only oversees Roblox, not the fucking internet. But I have learned that if I give all my time to work, I miss the very moments I am working to protect. Bedtime stories, messy art projects, and backyard adventures, these moments are irreplaceable. They keep us grounded, make us better at our jobs, and give us the chance to teach our children how to care for herself both. Okay, well, he got lost in his own congratulatory sauce here. Teach our children how to care for herself both online and offline through interaction and fun. I am proud of the work I do to keep communities safe. I'm even prouder when I shut the laptop, put down my phone, and spend time with the person who reminds me why it all matters. Your mission matters, so does your life outside it. Now, why does this matter? Well, the motherfucker's humanizing himself in a plea for pity. That's what this is. This is him reaffirming to himself that he is doing the right thing. This is also him trying to, again, kind of appeal to the masses before things get out of hand. Now, why is this bullshit? Well, we can look at the state of things, and that's how we know it's all bullshit. They still have a pedophile problem, and Schlep is the one banned, not the pedophiles. And this man who met Schlep oversaw that shit. Wild world that we live in. But he's congratulating himself. So, he needs to feel better about himself. And then obviously we have the little coattail dick suckers over here. A powerful reminder of balance and purpose. Thank you, Benjamin Giorgio Veracruz, for your absolutely powerful insights. Thank you so much. We also have here, as of, again, a little bit more than 2 weeks ago, working at Roblox is more than just a job. It's being part of a mission to reimagine how people connect, create, and play. Notice all the corpo speak. This is how you know who has lost themselves to the sauce and who is freely flowing in the driest of pasta, experiencing maximum free thinkage. Look, if you put too much sauce on your pasta, you're going to lose the charm of the pasta. And he is currently drowning in a vodka sauce that is so orange and thick, he hasn't seen the surface for days. I really don't like sauce on pasta. This works for me. Every day, I get to collaborate with brilliant minds tackling some of the most unique challenges in tech and safety, all while supporting a global community of users and creators. From innovation at scale to a culture that values creativity and impact, Roblox is a place where I have always felt my work has mattered. Well, that's your first mistake. Nowhere that you work in the world is work where it fucking matters, because at the end of the day, nothing matters. Children don't need to be on the internet, and they don't need to be on Roblox. Therefore, your work doesn't actually fucking matter. Now, you could say, Savvy, that's really fucking cynical of you, because then people could turn around and say that your work doesn't matter. And you're right. At the end of the day, my work doesn't actually matter. When the sun explodes, nothing will be left. Savvy, you're really not helping yourself here. We're supposed to be talking about Roblox and taking down the global censorship complex. Why are you getting existential? Well, because I really help these self-congratulatory type of people who keep trying to uplift themselves because they have absolutely no fucking security. That's really all it is. Anyway, so he's quoting here Giannakakos, Director of Operations and Enablement. Another bullshit position. Fascinating, isn't it? How we have directors of operations for all these things, and enablement and safety and trust and then HR and all this shit. We're continuing to grow our team of operations safety experts in safety at Roblox, blah, 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 right? So they're looking for jobs, basically. And it's just, again, a bunch of bullshit. Market Reality, thank you so much for continuing your membership. Love the dialogue. I dub thee Madam Savvy, Lord Lady of the Spectrum. Bless you. Bless you very much. Thank you, Grand Tourist, for the tippy. Love what you're doing, Savvy. Keep fighting the good fight. Bless you. Eliani. Oh, wait, no, okay, and then I'm back up here. Good. See, I love that. I love when I go back and I know where I am. But yes, Warm Body checking in. Oh. Who doesn't like sauce? I don't like sauce. I don't like a lot of sauce. Sauce doesn't work for me. But yeah, so anyway, and here's his experience. Like he says, most of his life here is trust and safety and things like that with Roblox. So that's just the only notable part. And where he came from before that, because it was for so long, didn't really matter too much, especially because he's still on the younger side. So he's on the chunky side. I hope that he got that taken care of, but judging by that picture, he certainly did not. So that's who Bob is, and that's why we're talking about Bob today. He's most likely responsible, or at least oversaw the banning of Schlep, even though he's met Schlep. So that's a wild thing, isn't it? Isn't it? That's crazy. And then from here, those were just my notes to verify that. And then from here, we can talk about some more industry capture. Let's see here. That's that one. I can close out of this tab. Let's touch on this little bit here. So who is this? This is just a little interesting thing to show you who's being recognized in the industry, which is a bunch of people that you've never heard of before. So, this is Carla Reyes, founder and creative director, Forbes 30 Under 30, because of course everybody's a fucking Forbes 30 Under 30. World Economic makes you wonder what's going on there, doesn't it? Oh, the world will never know. Thank you, Dean Takahashi and GamesBeat, for the opportunity to participate in a panel alongside some fiercely talented women in the games industry and role models of mine at this year's GameBeat Summit in Los Angeles, May 21st. The panel will be focusing on exploring ways our industry can continue to drive real-world positive change and impact. With all of the tumult that the entertainment sectors have faced recently, it's a critical and opportune time for artists and advocates to support each other, shut the fuck up, and take collective action to pave a brighter future. We need it now more than ever. 90% of people within this field are poor and need help. Stop asking them to support each other and start doing things that help people support themselves, you fucking narcissist. Recent news about the open letter to Hollywood urging support of value-based storytelling in reaction to the closure of Participant corroborates this. Participant Media has been a source of inspiration for our work at Anima Interactive, and I was deeply disheartened to learn of their closure. No, you weren't. You can learn more here. Shout out to the trailblazers at National Domestic Workers Alliance, such as Christina Mevs Apgar and Rachel Burnham, for their contributions to the letter and movement. That said, what role can the video game industry play in sharing stories with thought-provoking subjects that steer cultural conversations in the positive direction? I'm eager to unpack this among other topics in the conversation in a couple of weeks. So this is for 2024, Women in Gaming Breakfast, how gaming is driving positive global change. And here we've got this co-founder, CEO of Brass Lion, Games for Change, Susanna Pollock, Carla Reyes, which was this person, Jean Premisler, SVP, Digital and FinTech Commercialization, MasterCard. That's why we're here. MasterCard. And then lastly, Rachel Kazer here, the writer at GamesBeat. Very useless individual. Yeah, makes you fucking wonder, don't it? As we continue, though, in our wonderings, Carla Reyes continues with her Forbes 30 under 30 behavior on LinkedIn because they're all like this. If you are seeking ways to support women and girls in Afghanistan, please consider donating to the UN Women's UK Emergency Appeal for Afghan Women and Girls. Code Coven has been fortunate to partner with the fantastic and industrious team at the UN Women UK to create and launch the Safe Spaces Now Game Jam, an idea Claire Barnett and I conceived earlier this year, and that one that I am thrilled to be seeing realized. Now, this was 4 years ago, so this was roughly 2020, 2021, right, when the government money was freely flowing. But this just shows you how something even as useless as Code Coven was getting fucking attention from the UN. That's insane to me. Very stupid. So this just shows you this individual's connections. Definitely worth looking into. Definitely worth exploring more. And then, of course, we have the response here. Thank you so much for sharing the appeal, Carla. So excited to see what comes out of our game jam together. Fuck all, by the way. Fuck all. And we want to support the Afghani women. I know that they're starving, being beaten, being treated terribly, and in war-torn areas, but let's put some games together for them. Oh my God, guys, we're going to save the world. We're going to stop war by giving people games. But first, we need about $6 million, and then we need to actually make a game because people won't be able to understand what's going on without a game. And that game can, like, you know, feature, like, the most important stuff. Like, the main character, obviously trans woman for maximum relatability. Am I right? Like, that's them. This is what these people do. This is what they sound like. This is why I don't have female friends from California. Because I can't do it. Adam Wofford, thank you so much for the tippy. So basically, no one has ever made games and no experience. Basically. Do you remember when you saved in your visa? I think it was that you would get a free game from GOG. Yeah, right. They aren't involved with gaming. Yes. They're all very silly. It's all very silly at the end of the day. Vocal fry is real? Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Do you have female friends from Michigan? No, I don't know anybody in Michigan either. Sorry. I went to Michigan for weed at the start of the pandemic, and I spent about $600, and then we parked at a free camping spot after a rain. I don't know why I'm telling this story. And it's right by one of those water dam things, like with one of the nice like it's just right fucking crazy, like a waterfall shit, but it was a dam and it was like artificial, but like it was overflowing. And so we parked there and we rolled down the windows, we listened to the rushing water, and then I got the most high that I've ever been in my life. And I swear to God, I understood the meaning of life in that moment. And then I forgot it because that's what weed does. And now I'm perpetually seeking that meaning. Market Reality, thank you so much for the tippy. That title that Jen has, does it mean boxed wine connoisseur? Is this one of the adult daycare workplaces? Yes. So her purpose, I would assume, that this person has, this Jen person, I would assume that this is just some sideways moving piece of shit who has absolutely no idea what she's talking about, but just, you know, the fintech stuff. So that's the financial tech sector, so like crypto and things like that. Look, those positions are all bullshit, but every single company still has that. And there's a lot of activists who are too stupid to realize that even the companies that they work for, like they would be actively protesting crypto otherwise, but the companies that they work for actually still have them. Like Microsoft, for example, right? So there's currently some sit-ins or some bullshit protests by dumb fucking blue-haired nose ring having retards. They would normally be protesting the crypto, but they have no idea that Microsoft still has their entire fintech and crypto teams, and they're constantly doing stuff. I don't know. It's just all stupid. Aliani, thank you so much for the tippy. Leaving stream to go back to work tax. Ugh, work sucks, but it's okay. You don't have to pay a tax to leave, though. It's fine. I am not. What do you call one of those things? I am not a toll road. I'm not a toll road. But yeah, so that's this. This is all the industry capture stuff. And like I said, over the coming weeks, I will do my best to constantly provide information just because, like, you know, I'm sitting on so many people who are industry capture, right? So these are things that are definitely worth getting out there and talking about. It's going to be kind of like, you know, what's the flavor of the day kind of thing. Because, like, you know, there's, like I said, you guys have watched me freak out and be like, oh my God, everything circles back to the same 56 people. Well, guess what? We're starting to finally dive into those 56 people, and I couldn't be happier. Magnus Lord, thank you so much for the tippy. Mind upping your intro songs. Use Restream chat. When you say upping, do you mean turning up the volume or uploading? Because the current song that I released, the Collective Nope one, is on the channel. And thank you guys so much for all the love on it. I seriously was not expecting any of that. So that one's on there. I do have some other songs that I do need to upload, which I will probably stealth upload in the middle of the night so that way they're non-invasive, because I don't want people to just be all like, oh my God, she's just a shitty AI slop song channel now. Like, I don't want people to think that. So I'm going to try to strategically release them, but that requires me to also make more normal videos. So I will do my best. Some people have also requested that I put things on Spotify. So when you put things on Spotify, if I want to legally protect myself and my work and like the writing portion of it, because obviously like there's no copyright, like I can't copyright the beat or the vocals per se, but the writing is my own. So in order to do that, I have to actually share my real name. The reason why I know this is because I actually already have a Spotify account for that. But I upload my own shitty music that I make for myself. That's like really like, it's gonna take me, like, I'm sweaty even talking about it. Actually, I'm probably sweaty because of the heating pad. But, no, so I actually already have a Spotify account. But maybe I could be bullied into putting it on Spotify. Maybe I could be bullied. But the other stuff is like, I love your metal intro song. That one's a fun one, too. Oh, man. You can't share it under a pen name? So I have to look up the legality of songwriting. So because it's different from a book, I don't know if I can legally still protect myself with a pen name for songwriting. I just don't know. I've never actually looked into that. I never even thought of that. Yeah. If I can do that, though, that definitely changes everything. But yeah. Kalechiochi, thank you. Okay. Klachioki. Thank you so much for the tippy. Lurker tax. Epic Mike started this. No. I can't read that. Oh, I got the orange color. Knee high spy. Hello. Thank you so much for the tippy. Keep up the great work, Savvy. It's been enjoyable to watch. Bless you. I'm glad everybody's having fun. And Benjamin, thank you so much for the squiggly tippy. Hey, piss hands. Hi. Have you listened to them emo songs and album yet? Which ones? Which ones? Set up company that would hold all the rights. That requires money and time, and you guys know I'm very lazy. Even just being a sole proprietor of my brand is more work than I'd like to acknowledge, because I can't just say I do this. I have to say, like, in the taxes, I'm a sole proprietor of, and I do this. So I'm already A lot of musicians use fake names, but do they use it to attribute their writing? That's what I mean. Like let's just hypothetically, right? I don't know if the guy actually does this, but I don't know. Evanescence, right? So we know her name is Amy Lee, right? So let's say she wrote a song. She doesn't say Evanescence wrote a song. She says Amy Lee writes the song, right? That's just what I mean. I'm stupid. I'm just here to have fun. Armor for Sleep and the Jesus Christ song by Brand New. No, I haven't listened to that. I haven't listened to like anything new. If it's not some like indie YouTuber, like a cover artist that I enjoy, and if it's not anime, and if it's not Riel, because I've been listening to a lot of Riel, and if it's not from the 90s or 2000s, then I probably haven't heard it. So have you never washed his hands? You can't say never. I do it at least once in a while, all right? I do it once in a while. Let's jump into this other topic here. So this is the funny game. This is the very funny game. Oh, Vamp, thank you so much for the tippy. Thank you for fighting against censorship. Well, thank you for being here and for caring. None of this matters without people caring. So thank you. Thank you for caring. That's all that really matters at the end of the day, that we can move the conversation. Thank you for that. It's a group effort. Me replaying the same shit I listened to in high school for the 200th time. Oh, if you're only on 200, you're crazy. So this is the game. Take Us North. 556 backers, average of about $100 per backer, which didn't actually happen. A writer from Dustborn is on it. I didn't think that this would go anywhere. The math isn't mathing. So basically, I just have like the, so this is, which you can barely see it. Sigh. Big size. I think, okay, now you can actually see it. So here's where it tells you that, you know, there were 20 backers for $10, 7 backers for $1,000, 5 backers for $500, and 0 backers for $5,000. So here's kind of the numbers and what they look like, and the math just simply isn't mathing. So that means a good chunk of change came from make a pledge without a reward. That's not normal. It's not normal. You don't have a disproportionate amount of donations like this spread out. But the reason why I guess it's being talked about today is because apparently Jeff Niley, or whatever the fuck his name is, Gyoff, I know it's Jeff, but I like to pronounce it Gyoff because none of it makes any sense to me. Why did you make the Gamescom Congress video private? Were you ashamed of being caught promoting the propaganda of an illegal immigrant simulator? Did Asmongold's coverage scare you? So I'm assuming Average Gold. Asmongold did a video. Jesus Christ. I'm surprised that hasn't ever been used on him before. Average Gold. That was a little funny. That was a genuine mishap. I don't know where that came from. I'll be covering this tonight. So go check out Smash JT. He's going to have way more information on it. This is his video coverage. And then we've got, oh, look who we just talked about. Look who we just talked about, homies. And there's the WEF bullshit. So when you ask me, Savvy, how do you have these notes already? Well, everybody's always connected for a reason, you know? It is what it is. Anyway, so WEF Global Shaper, Sideways Moving Loser, making games that Anima creates, but then says, dumb shit. Where was it? I don't remember. Anyway, the point being, it's all connected, and it's all stolen, right? So, oh, look, she's also ex-Visa. Who knew? Who knew?
Yahoo!
Industry captured it right before our eyes, homies. I don't know how much more crazy it can get, but it's gonna get crazier. Actually, that's a lie. I do know how much more crazier it can get. Carla Reyes has many things that are worth looking into when she tags. Mark Reality, thank you so much for the tippy. 2 degrees of separation with these people. Yep. Oh, yep. Darth Joel, thank you so much. Pretty Miss Savvy, you are the hero gamers desperately need. Keep up your fight against censorship, young lady. Bless you. But we're all in this together. Unfortunately, I just know that it does. There is a need for a woman to show up against collective shout. And the fact that they've, honest to God, fallen into the trap is just amazing. They're trying to paint all men as the problem, but it's a woman leading the charge essentially. And everybody hates, that we have to do things like that sometimes, especially because girl power is seen as like, a negative thing. But in this instance, unfortunately, it does logistically, it does mean a little bit more when it's women pushing back. So when you've got me, Vera, Haley, and all these other women who are basically, doing that and saying, no, you're being a stoopy. It definitely, unfortunately, does mean more, but it is still a group effort, and we wouldn't be here without our wonderful men. So it's a group effort. Bless you. And then we have Magnus Lord. Thank you so much for the tippy. Thoughts on Louis Rossman's Clippy campaign? I need to look into that. It's so cute. I love seeing all the Clippies. I really do. It's great. Benjathan, thank you so much for the tippy as well. Update on the course. One of the lecturers is a very femme dude, and the main guy is clueless about Gamergate stuff. Got mad about SBI. Came from S1 else. Interesting. Very interesting. And I believe I already said thank you to Vamp, but if I didn't, thank you so much. Thank you for fighting against censorship. Bless you. Bless you. Benjathan continues. Thank you so much for the squiggly. I'm just making sure that I didn't actually already read this. Suspect there are more people like me, but I'm a Russian sub. Befriended a girl on the course. She's a rad femme with a psych degree, of course. God bless. God bless. And actually, I do have a lot of Russians who actually do watch. A lot of Russians, actually. Cat Vanillish, thank you so much for the tippy. Madam Savvy is a man. Nope, this man is against us. Nope, just Madam Savvy, a wonderful woman. No woman would be against us. Multiple women are. Yeah, that's basically how it is. Stop depressing me, please. I'm sorry. I really am. Have you seen the news about Trump with the South Korean person talking about making ships with them, which is concerning about the guy he was with? I haven't seen that. There's a couple of things, too. Actually, there's one thing that I do want to talk about because it does kind of relate to censorship, and I'm just going to give my quick thoughts on it. But, yeah. Marker Reality, thank you so much for the 5. No shade against the hostess, but white women have destroyed so much formerly good stuff. Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, Cracker Barrel. Look, a lot of dudes, Asmin included, are trying to be as gentle as possible when they say this. But when I tell you, see, this is one of those moments where it's going to mean more coming from a woman. Right now, women are proving why the fuck they are oppressed. Women, unfortunately, do not have limits. It's really weird. Women right now around the world are proving why the 19th Amendment should be repealed. And I'm not saying this to be hyperbolic. I'm not saying it sarcastically. I'm saying it from an observational standpoint that started as memes, and unfortunately now it's very serious. There's the idiot stick whammon who deleted her account when she said, hey, I had my shit jacked and my arm broken, but I don't want crime to be reduced. Only a dumb fucking white woman who has lived in privilege and with an AC her entire life could come up with something so anti-self-preserving. It's insane. The survival instincts of white women everywhere, unfortunately, collectively took a nosedive the minute that they were told they could buy their own fucking shit. And I just don't understand it. Now you have women who will happily be shat upon by individual rich men from Saudi Arabia. And so long as they have $1 million in the bank, they think everything's fine because they have no fucking thought of preservation. They have no forward thinking for the future. And I'm not afraid to say that. I am not afraid to sit here and say that women make the strongest argument for repealing the 19th Amendment. It isn't men. It's literally just watching women.
Now, there are, of course, some women who have contributed in meaningful ways. Not every woman is like this, obviously. But unfortunately, the majority of which who choose to be loud are making the rest of us look like retards. I have always had this problem. There's a reason why I don't associate with many women, and despite being a bisexual, I could never live with one. I've tried it a few times, actually. It doesn't work out. Even when you have somebody who's very similar to you, it just doesn't work out because women, when they are around each other for too long... Look, you know what? Don't even take my anecdotal bullshit. Guess who has the highest divorce rates? Lesbians. Guess who initiates the divorce sooner? Women. Or first, I shouldn't say sooner, but it's women. The reason why is because women they just don't think. And I hate it. I hate it so much. It's so annoying. They can't engage. Oh, the other thing that women do. I'm sorry. Hang on. This is going to turn into a woman hating club. The other thing that I can't stand that obviously everybody knows is they just cannot engage with data and statistics. They can't do it. And then they have no concept of context. And I'm so tired of seeing dumb fucking women with high follower accounts saying shit like, oh my God, not all immigrants are like this. Bitch, we're talking about the illegals going around maiming, fucking, and raping everything. We're not talking about fucking Jose down the street with his taco truck and when he came here when he was 5 years old with his mom who saved up a bunch of money from dad's coconut fucking farm. And then they came here fucking legally and paid the shit. My parents came here legally. My husband came here legally. His parents came here legally. No, we're talking about the fucks who are maiming, raping, and fucking everything. And I don't mean just fucking, freely, like through consent. I mean like fucking animals, which is still part of raping, I guess. But this is shit that just shouldn't be happening in a first world nation. So shut your goddamn pie hole. Stop saying that you'd rather have a bunch of people break into your shit. And you know what? When you say shit like that, people gon' find you and they gon' break into your shit. I don't wish that upon anybody, but when you say shit like that, you make yourself more of a target and you're more likely to get hurt or die. And that's terrible. There are terrible people in this world. Yes, men might commit more of the crimes, but why would you want to stop other men from stopping them? Why would you do that? We lose trust in our society because women are suicidally empathetic, and it's so frustrating. I love that you can go to DC now and walk around by yourself. I couldn't do that before. I was too nervous. My husband would not let me go to DC by myself because I am a tiny, scrawny woman. God forbid something happens. I will snap like a twig. Okay? No matter if somebody tries to kidnap me, my best bet of survival is to literally sit on the ground and start screaming. And then start acting like a freak. That's it. That's all I got. And I don't know if that's going to scare somebody who can't speak English. I need the criminals to speak English so that way I can freak them out. If they can't speak English, then I'm fucked. All right? Then I just look like a mooing cow, an emaciated mooing cow, and that's not good. Anyway, I heard so many yahos, so I will stop ranting there, but that's about it.
Yahoo!
Sorry for that. I just fucking hate it. Benjathan, thank you so much for the tippy. Doesn't know how to talk to people, comes off as very arrogant. Her brain is super paused with rape culture. She thought my writing was satire of fascism. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Das Pooch, thank you so much. Lol, average gold. Speaking of being high. I might still be a little too. I might have had some wake and bake this morning, right? It's fine. Benjathan, thank you so much for this wiggly tippy. I just write what I find fun. No satire here, just genuine fun game ideas. Wish I could just show you my writing instead. We'll learn a lot more from you. Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to share things whenever. That's fine. Will I see it necessarily to DM? I can't always promise that I will, but I'll do my best. Benjathan, thank you so much for the tippy. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk, by the way. Well, bless you. Bless you. And then we have men tats. Thank you so much. How do you write women so well? I think of a man and I take away reason and accountability. Yes. Ehef. Thank you so much for the tippy. Collector Shout is just jealous. Your cock is bigger than theirs. Yes. Very true. Oh, we have a message redacted. Oh, fuck. Can I click on it? No, I can't. I can't undo it. But thank you for the tippy. I don't know what happened. Holy shit, what just happened? And then we have, thank you so much, Mad Master Porgy, for continuing your membership. Holy shit, for 1 year. Isn't that crazy? Holy shit, thank you so much. We're celebrating 1 year together. That's amazing. 12 months in the bush. I've come across a cave in my travels. Though due to some strange noises coming from within, I've decided to avoid it for now. It's a great text-based adventure right there. But yes. Ah, bless you. Bless you. Please enjoy the bush. Enjoy your stay in Bushville. It's like the Hotel California. You can check out, but you can never leave. Oh, man. Oh, man. We stand an emaciated cow queen. Yeah. I don't know. But look, I just spoke words, so wherever that went, it went. I'm lost. I don't even remember what the original point was. Fuck. 12 months of bushwhacking. I honestly thought that said brainwashing, and then I thought it said bushwashing, but then, right at the end, it clarified. Thank you, Bayan. Thank you so much for the tippy. Thanks for your thank you for your work on all of this. We in Australia don't want this crap also. Unfortunately, the mass censorship is coordinated across the globe. Probably the WEF and BlackRock except. Yes, and thank you. Yeah, no, I have never met like an actual real Australian who wants the censorship. Once they hear what it actually is, I can understand somebody supporting like, yeah, of course I want kids to be safe online. We can all get behind that. But when you actually say, well, here's how they plan to do it, I can't find anybody who actually supports it. Is Savvy a dog mommy? Yes, I have 2 doggies. And we have 2 kitties. We have finally a split gender home. We have 3 boys and 3 girls, one of each species. Very nice. A rant destined to become a classic. Oh, God. I hope, well, we'll see. I was going to say I hope not because I don't like being clipped out of context. But then I was like, no, I don't think that there's anything in there that could be taken out of context. Even if somebody just put the I hate when women do this or I hate women, like, but is she wrong, though? Is she wrong? But yeah, so this is this game, and I'm eager to see what Smash says about it later. So make sure you go watch his video and his take on it and all the extra info. The fact that Carla Reyes, though, is now on the scene. I'm excited. I'm excited because we're getting just more of these highly interconnected individuals being exposed, and that's just my favorite. I'm very glad, though, that I have waited to talk about a lot of this because I feel like if I talked about it too soon, it would have been just lost in everything. So I try to keep everything very relevant to what's actually going on in the news cycle, but I have been, unfortunately, slacking a little bit. But I think it's very forgivable because I have the kitten, but I'm also preparing for Japan and all of that. Chat disconnected. What the hell? Oh, now it's back again. Now I can see you. X in Wonderland, thank you so much for joining the HR rep team. I do appreciate it. And I need to actually open up some suggestions for you guys to change the sub badge and then do some emotes as well. I know that you guys gave me a list before, but I naturally lost it. But while I'm on an 18-hour flight, I intend to do a lot of drawing. A lot of work for the channel. A lot of it. Very much so a lot. So I'm very excited for that. Savvy has a radioactive killer kitten from outer space. Yes. The pic showing that you're actually a woman was great proof. Yeah, I mean, it's just so weird. Like even the most surgically modified of men who try to look like women, like you can just always tell. You can just kind of always tell. And there isn't a lick of surgery on there that can make any guy look like this. I don't know. That was honestly like such a surreal moment for me. I hope you are going to Japan or Taiwan. I'm going to Japan. Yes, I'm going to Japan. I have been, unfortunately, though, keeping up with the news, and the current prime minister is a very evil person. And I actually had myself a little cry the other night. Actually, I had myself two cries. Well, I cried once, but for two different reasons. One, very happy that I get to go experience Japan for the first time with my husband. I have been waiting. Actually, so my dad first initially promised me that when I graduated high school, because I had such good grades, that he would pay for me to go to Japan. Never happened. Then he said when I finished college, he would pay for me to go to Japan. Never happened. I technically should have gone, and I should have taken advantage of the study abroad thing, but I ended up getting a boyfriend in college, and that was a fucking big waste of my time. And then instead of going to Japan after that and, you know, starting life over like I romanticized, I ended up meeting a streamer, which again, big fucking mistake. Should have just gone to fucking Japan and said, fuck it. I'm an obnoxiously loyal person, and I ruined my fucking 20s. But the most wholesome part of that is, had I gone to Japan sooner, I wouldn't be able to experience it for the first time with the man that I love with my entire being. So that to me is like way more special. So I'm really glad that we get to do this together, and we're both gonna look like fucking retards in Japan because like we're going by ourselves for 2 weeks and expected to survive without adult supervision. That is just it's gonna be an interesting time. So I'm very excited for that. Neither of us have ever done something like this. We've always been somewhere where we knew we could communicate, where the culture wasn't too much of a culture shock. Yeah, I had a culture shock in Poland, but it really wasn't that bad. But the other reason why I kind of had a little bit of a cry is just because I also saw the streets being overtaken by others who are not Japanese, who do not care about Japan, who do not want to respect the Japanese culture. And it just broke my fucking heart. Like, get your fucking bullshit third world crap out of civilized society. I'm not afraid to say it. I just get your fucking animalistic behavior out of here. Just get out. I'm fucking over it. So if I see any of that stuff, I'm just going to be very sad. In fact, there's unfortunately some areas that we've been told to avoid that used to be fun tourist areas, and I've kind of had to explain to my husband why we can't go there. And he's like, well, it'll be, you know, it's not like you'll be alone. And I'm like, I really don't want to risk anything happening because I'm not going to be able to stop myself. Like, I will say something. It's all sad. Unfortunately, most don't like to read. Oh, and that is another thing, too, actually. Reading has gone down worldwide, which is very tragic. Thank you, 1992 Space Movie, for continuing your membership. 11 months, that's crazy. I know you don't sing your songs, but I just gaslight myself into believing that you do. Makes listening to Savvy Pop more enjoyable. Maybe one day. I have kind of recorded myself, and I've tried to see if I can carry a tune. No, I can't. But so sometimes when I sing, I can sing more consistently. I didn't say well, I just said consistently. When I do stupid voices or do my accents, and that includes doing my little weeb anime voice. So maybe one day I'll do parodies. Also, too, Suno lets you extract the vocals. So I could take those vocals, get rid of them, and then just, you know, record my own vocals and put it on the beat. If you guys are gonna ask me though, can I take out my keyboard and learn and just do everything? Like, I don't want everything to be acoustic, you know, or I guess just a piano melody. Acoustic was the wrong way, but a piano melody. But maybe one day we'll work our way up to that if that goes anywhere. If that goes anywhere, I could technically do it. So do I want to? Actually, I kind of do. Would it ever be released? It depends on the quality. I'm okay with making an ass out of myself, but there are just certain things that terrify the crap out of me. Tips in Japan: avoid any mainland Chinese tourists. Yes, yeah, I've seen those fuckers. Go to Kyoto for a minute, as it is too beautiful. Avoid Shiratoko. It's a Japanese tourist trap. Check out Kyushu and Shikoku. Yeah, there's a few places that we're gonna be going to, so
I love that you and your younger brother fight all the time on Tuesday main event. Yes, it's very fun. But yes. Yes. Let's see here. Did I have anything else? We didn't need that. And then I covered that. Oh, the last thing. We do have one more thing. Highly recommend following Senor Preston here. He has big waifu energy. I plan on giving him a waifu hat, and I would actually like to give Ron Coleman a waifu hat just for the lulz too, because they're both working with the 4chan thing. And Preston, of course, knows the 4chan rules. When he said 4chan's not your personal army, I was like, my man, how have I never interacted with you before? Like, this is a fucking lawyer, and he's such a funny dude. Love it. So please follow him, but he has tons and tons of great news. He's very much so on the same wavelength as everybody who is, you know, the very much so pro free speech, not just the speech that you like, but literally pro free speech, because he made a post too about how Blue Sky did not want to do Mississippi's age verification stuff. And it's like, yeah, you know, we all shit on Blue Sky, but I don't want it banned. Preston doesn't want it banned. Most people don't want it banned. They'd rather just see it fall and collapse organically because it's more fun and it's more content that way. But point being, nobody should, there's no reason to censor Blue Sky. And well, unless the cops, you know, and the FBI deem it, then that's completely different, because we do know that they do have a bit of a problem over there. But that's a completely different thing, obviously. 1992 Space Movie, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, you glorious boosh giver. Everybody enjoy and say thank you for the boosh. Yay. Alpha Omega, thank you so much for the tippy. Temper expectations. Been going to Japan since 2006 and we'll get to it. I love my caribou the caribou thing. That's never gonna get old for me. Since 2006, and it's changed a lot over the years for the Cool Japan Initiative. Tourists and immigrants. Kabukicho is a no-go, and Akihabara is a tourist trap. Yes. Luckily, I don't care about touristy things. The most touristy stuff that we're going to be doing is going to a couple of museums and some historical sites. But for the most part, like, I'm not going to be amazed by neon signs. I'm going to experience how... Like, I don't want to go to the tourist trap. I want to go to the actual antique store. I want to go to the just, you know, where does the average Japanese person go for the day? If you're telling me that the average Japanese person is just having a cream cheese sandwich in the morning from a gas station and then goes to their ramen shop in the evening, that's what I'm going to do. I just want to walk around and just see different shit than what I see here. I'm not like looking for anything crazy, if that makes sense. Like I don't have expectations of this rose lens, rose colored glasses thing of like it's just gonna be this perfect magical wonderland. That's not what I'm expecting at all. It's a city, and there's gonna be a lot of people, and there's gonna be a bunch of city shit to do, you know? But it's gonna be its own culture and its own thing, and it's gonna be very different, and I'm just very excited to experience that. Very excited. Mark Reality, thank you so much for the tippy. I've heard that Hokkaido is like the rural Midwest. Yes, and I do actually want to go up there as well. Yeah. Dearly Demented, thank you so much. Here's 2 for no reason. Well, bless you. Bless you very much. And thank you so much. Sorry, I was trying to go in order. I gotta make this bigger. Thank you, Games Forever 215. Holy shit, you mad lad, coming in with bright red. Keep up the good fight. United we stand, divided we fall. Raise our banners to fight against the world. Raise our banners to fight against the world. They want to censor our anime, manga, and games. Go out there and protest. Let our voice be heard. Fight. This is now, or it will be too late. Never give up. I'm a Viking, never yield, fight. Bless you. You always come here with the fucking sexiest of energy, dude. Thank you so much. Seriously, it really does mean a lot. And I've seen you support others too, so thank you so much for extending that. Your generosity is seriously appreciated. But holy fuck! Holy fuck! It fuels me. It fuels me big time. makes me want to wish I could do more than just research, you know? Like I can't just hold my keyboard up like that's my sword. But it is technically, I guess, because that's just how I write. And writing is my weapon. That's all I got at the end of the day. I'm a very passive individual, unless you mess with my yaoi. My yaoi's being messed with. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Oh, man. I think, oh, right, we were reading this. We haven't even read this. I was like, fuck, was I just rambling the whole time? No, I was saying thank you to all you crazy people. Fun fact, Baroness Beeben Kidron, a British peer, is one of the architects of the UK's Online Safety Act. This is important. This is the bullshit that has been censoring motherfuckers. So this is an architect, right? The charity she founded, Five Rights, is involved with a lot of kids' code legislative proposals in the United States that would seek to impose similar censorship laws here. So why did I want to talk about this? Because this is actually one of the other big things that's part of industry capture. So everything's always a charity, right? Nobody wants to say that this charity is being bad. However, this is how it works. Foreigners can register a charity internationally. And then, because of the way our government works, and if they present themselves as experts, they get to have a little chime in. So technically, it's like a global charity, or the American branch of a charity, just trying to be charitable, receiving tax breaks and tax credits and whatever, US dollars, mind you. And so this individual can hide the fact that she's part of this by saying the charity is suggesting it. The charity, which is a team of people, are doing this, right? And so we have lots of charities that do this. We have, all the stuff in the gaming industry. Look how many charities there are that are actually being really fucking racist. It's crazy. Kalechi, thank you so much for the tippy. You aware of Chris from abroad in Japan offers JP tips? I think I know what that's just a travel channel, correct? Correct. How many charities over the past year, though, have we had exposed? Things that we thought were good that are actually not, that are still operating, mind you. Like, we know the money doesn't go completely to a charity, but the charity is still allowed to operate, and people still give money to it, even though most people know that some charities are better than others. Like, when I go to the casino, for instance, this is such a very silly thing. But this is just the most immediate thing I can relate it to. So when I go to the casino and I go to take my slot tickets and turn them into cash, you can go to a machine for that. Well, the machine doesn't dispense change. It only dispenses the green money cash, not the coins, right? So then it says, do you want to donate X amount of cents, whether it's 10 cents, 5 cents, 95 cents. Last night I donated 95 cents. But 3 of the 4 charities it lists are known like not good things. So I always give money to the local animal shelter, and I would probably do that regardless what they were, but it's like they're still there. People know that only 20% of the fucking money actually goes to it, but they're still allowed to operate. What the fuck? Is that crazy? That's crazy to me. I don't know. That's fucking crazy. And yes, wild to believe that I gamble. Absolutely insane. The autist with an iron memory likes blackjack. Actually, I like slots because blackjack just got boring. I like it when I can turn my brain off and still win money. Oh, it's terrible. Don't gamble, kids. Don't do the gamba. It's bad. Cats of Vanillish, thank you so much for the tippy collective shout. Well, maybe we'll maybe let you sniff if you give us money, but no touching. They probably have simps giving them money. I don't think that it's necessarily simps in the kind of gamer sense that we think. But it's, there's the male feminist simp, and then their target audience, the people who buy their books and who actually give them the most money, unfortunately, and there's no other way to phrase this, are women who are beaten or battered in some way, either emotionally or physically. It takes an event of a woman being scorned to buy into the fear that Collective Shout peddles. The average woman is not giving them money. It is a very specific subgroup, and unfortunately, through multiple interactions now and being constantly misgendered by these people, it's very clear that they only pander to misandrists, people who absolutely fucking hate men. So it's very strange, a very strange thing. But that's them. Anyway, he goes on to say you can say something is to protect kids, but if its effect is to dox internet users and interfere with protected speech, it's a censorship law. Punishing people for their publishing decisions is something the English have been doing since before the invention of the printing press. And then he links some more good stuff here. More to points, not only do Americans not take orders from the British historically, we haven't been very keen on taking orders from nobility either. And then he just kind of goes on here. But again, very important individual, I think personally, to be following. Please, if you want good news on that and the legal mind that is an expert in this, he's going to have very good commentary for this. I'm assuming he has like other channels and things like that as well where he operates on, but very, very, very chill individual. Ghost Lab, thank you so much for the squiggly tip. I'll gamble 5 on Savvy as I'm out of beer and my Polish soul is sad. No, go spend that on beer. You need your beer. But that is it. That is today's news. And it took us an hour and 17 minutes. And now you guys want what you really came for. You didn't come here for the news. You didn't come here to hear about me, bitch. You came here for the kitty. You came here for little kitty. So, un momento, por favor. Let me get the cat. It's Pussy time, yes. Everybody's favorite. The viewership actually increased. As it should. So funny. Oh, little poo-poo butt. Somebody just woke up from a nap. Little Kirara. And then you're like, what is going on? Why am I here? Just wants to lay. Ugh. Little baby girl, little Kirara. So she has been having a great time playing with her ball. She got this little puff ball, but unfortunately it does get stuck on her claws. So we can't leave it in there with her because I am a highly paranoid parent. I am absolutely being a helicopter parent with her. That is it. Yes, she is a rare orange girl. Her father has very large balls. Very fertile balls. I have not, unfortunately, seen Mama Cat in a while. We did have some very bad storms come through. So I haven't even seen Sister Cat. Yahoo! Wally, thank you so much. Cat tipping time, bless you. Gamer Forever, thank you so much. Midgard, oh god, I'm butchering this. Midgard Splot is a good festival that is culture music where you can learn about Viking age, row a Viking ship. I hope you have watched videos of the festival and that you and your husband might like. Dude, he's actually really excited about it. He said that he wrote it down to go look, but I'm going to show him some videos tonight when we go to settle down. Yes. Good news too about the kitty. So after, I think it's been now a week that we've had her. Has it been a week? You can no longer feel her spine. So she is finally caught up for her weight distribution. So we're out of the woods there. She is having normal poo-poos finally, but she's finishing up a few days on her antibiotics. She has not had any additional new problems pop up. Gosh, she's so sweet. She eats plenty. She loves her playtime. Yeah, we played for a solid few hours yesterday. Her head looks normal size now. It does a bit. Yeah, it does a bit. And then she is getting, her fur has gotten very, very soft. And then she's gotten 2 baths because she still had poopy butt. And then she's been clean though otherwise. I think though I might need to wash her butt again today. What? Careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to turn this way. Oh, you're nice and warm. Benjamin, thank you so much. Why the chicken nugget looking cute? She has been called Nugget. She's been called a lot of things. But she did respond to Kirara. And then last night she got very close to Kaya, who was in her kennel. So her tail gets poofy, but she's now no longer as weary. Kaya is very excited to be able to boop her eventually, but because of her size and her age, we're going to keep all the animals still very separated. Kirara will probably not be allowed free roam for a few months. I am buying a portable big pen. It's completely enclosed, so that way I can move her up into the bedroom and just move her to other parts of the house. That way she can experience them, but she won't be necessarily allowed out free. And then I do want her to try to sleep in the bedroom with us. Totally not aimed after cat male gal in Genshin. No, I swear she would. I actually brought it up because of Inuyasha. We were listening to My Will in the car, and I just joked, and I'm like, "There's no way that you'll like the name Kirara," and he's like, "Actually, I really like it." I'm like, "Oh, it's also a Genshin name," so I win in the end. But yeah. Asmongold just mentioned you. You're big time now. Uh-oh. I got mentioned? Is he mentioning the kitten or me? He can mention that. Let me go to, what's Zach? He didn't. It's probably on his Zach.
Deportation yet, but if you subscribe to my channel,
I don't know. I mean, maybe they already did. It just didn't even say it. But
how do
this
you
is
view
really
somebody's?
funny for me to see.
What are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
You should.
And,
See,
the
now you're
Wander,
waking
right,
up.
is okay?
Hang on. Vigia, and then I have to do this.
Oh.
That way I can rewind a little bit.
We all remember this? Yeah. So
When was I mentioned? Oh god,
Obsessed.
if it's
Leaving the
probably
colored
just in
illusion.
passing.
Look at
Many
this.
different
like these
I'm
people.
always
it's not
eager
really
to
that
see
big
if
of a
I get made fun of or
find
not.
us obsessed.
Mostly because I like it. It's funny. I don't know. He was showing one of your posts against Collective
What the
Shout
hell?
maybe
I
3
don't know.
minutes
It's an
ago.
8-second
Oh
clip.
shit,
There's no-
seriously?
So not susceptible.
Okay,
Is
that's
this
actually
like a
cool.
Turkish thing? I don't have no idea. Okay, in Australia in the last few days.
Asthma.
For a malicious
If you need an
denial of my
expert.
sex, which is female, these women
Oh.
created their worlds, and now it's time for them to reap what they sow.
Wait. Okay, hang on. We can watch this. Hang on. Let me get it set up so that way you guys can actually see it. I see where it is. Okay, hang on. Can I copy at the timestamp? Isn't there a way to do that? No. Okay, hang on. We're gonna watch it together because it's actually kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I didn't expect this to actually go anywhere. Let's see here. What are you looking at? Squirmy butt. All right. No. Only if he ever watches one of my videos, but he's not gonna do that. Asmon saw, and also I make a lot of Asmon cameos. What are you doing? Can I trust you to go on the desk without fucking shit up for like 5 seconds? Please don't fuck shit up. Oh, you do have poopy butt, but it's not that bad. It's only a little bit of poopy butt. Okay, that makes me nervous. You're gonna fall. Come back here. Your mother is nervous. Helicopter parent engaged. Let's see here. I gotta get rid of this. Yeah. Yeah. I'm waiting for that part to pop up in the thing. Sweet summer child, why do you want to go to that part of the desk? What is so interesting about that corner? Jesus! Why? Just sit on mama's lap. Okay, here we go. This is we're coming to it. All right, so now I can, we go to main. There we go. And then.
Do y'all remember when I said this was going to happen?
There.
Do y'all remember that? Who remembers the time that I was right?
Ah, yes, Roblox, go back
Do
up.
y'all remember this? Yeah. So I was right again.
They're not going to let that
This
happen.
is what
They're not
happens.
going to let it
Happens
tank.
a few times a day. And cause and effect. Yeah, it's common sense. This was going to happen.
She likes to watch
And,
TV, by the way.
anyway, so the fact is that I said basically like Roblox isn't going to suffer any real consequences from this unless there's an actual law that's made. That's what I said before many times. And like that's really obviously what happened, right? And like because most people aren't on the internet thinking about this. British man told to remove the flag. I don't know about this. Collective started a fight with a real one. I filed reports to both the UK and Australia in the last few days for a malicious denial of my sex, which is female. These women created their worlds, and now it's time for them to reap what they sow. Deny me my womanness because I don't fit the narrative. I used to be. I will use the very system you all seek to abuse to get your way. I'll be 100 times more effective because I'm able to communicate without sounding like a parasite, addled cicada flying through a grass door repeatedly. So I don't know exactly what this is, but in my opinion, you should do whatever you can to fuck these people over, right? You can. And that's absolutely how you have to handle them. You never let parasites like this go by. If there's a system that they make, even if you think the system is broken and it's horrible, use it against them. Use it against them with fucking prejudice. Use it against them as much as you possibly can. Never give these people any fucking quarter at all. And again, and they'll do the same thing to you too. That's the reason why you have to do it. Hungary is very base too. Yeah, no doubt. I'm not getting what I want. Yes, using system.
Thank you, Papa Asman. Thank you, Roach King. Yes, not only will I do the malicious compliance, but I will, and I have been looking into every avenue to fuck these bitches over. I will teach them why being anti-censorship is a good thing, and I will do it through the very means of which they wish to abuse. Bless. Okay, well, see, now you're being cute, but nobody can see you. Nobody can see you. We need to angle the camera differently. Maybe if I put a cat bed on the desk, you will be peaceful. You'll be peaceful, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt the baby will be peaceful. What are you doing? Ah. The mid-king has spoken. No. What are you doing? Mwah. My baby girl. I wish for you to just sit still, but you won't. Big score for Savvy. Keep on doing it. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Somebody get him to watch my damn video. Because it'll be funny. And then he can actually see the whole ordeal. Because he doesn't know. He doesn't know I've been named. He doesn't know. He doesn't know I'm Collective Shout, enemy number 1. He doesn't know that one little basement gremlin from across the pond has brought these bitches to their knees. It was funny. Somebody got mad at me because, like, we've been fighting these people for a long time. You're not going to come in here and tell me what they are. And I'm like, if you've been fighting them for a while and in the course of 1 month I unraveled them, I'm a little bit more effective. Oh, God. What? 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 You're being so silly. Hell hath no fury like a woman who's had her yowie fucked with. And God damn it, Melinda. I want my rape games. Melinda, stop taking my rape games. I, a woman, would like to play games with the rape. Send that to her.
And you know what? I'm not afraid to say it anymore. I don't care. I don't care. Whether or not I actually do or don't enjoy the rape games, it's irrelevant. I will be honest, though, I have actually never played a video game that does that. Oh, what? I'm more into writing it. Oh, man. Someone clip this and put it on. No. Just send the video that I just did. Just send the video. Don't do that. That's useless. That doesn't give anybody. You never played Persona? Well, I was mostly making a joke, but we all need a savvy in our lives or someone close to it. I don't know. Chances are, if I'm in your life, I'm there very sparingly because I don't leave the house. I may or may not have played a couple. Yes. Oh, look at you. You're so cute. Happy purse. Happy purse. Have you played No Mercy before it got taken down? No, I never played. I never even heard of it. All right. The niche world of not safe for work has a lot of niche shit in it. And I'm actually not the biggest fan of the 3D models in those games. Like, if I'm going to engage with something like that that's not safe for work, it's very important to me that the visuals are good. That doesn't mean hyper realistic. You can have very beautiful pixel art, for example. But the visuals for me are very important. Like, I'm not trying to poop on the devs of No Mercy, but it's very it reminds me of the early 3D porn videos, for example, right? Like, today you got good stuff like with Overwatch characters, and like there's really good physics and fluidity and stuff like that. This conversation feels wrong to have with a kitten in my arms. What are we doing? You're doing whatever you want. That's fine. So I'm not safe for work. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've played not safe for work games. But I think I've watched more than I've played. There's an old classic, actually, that got me, or I shouldn't say got me anything. It introduced me. You know, there's a lot of smells to be had over there, but I don't want you to be encouraged to sniff some things. There's an old Pixel K. And I learned about it through 4chan on the GIF board. And this educated me a lot, actually, back in the day. I think it was called Parasite Eve. I think. Or it's something similar. Or that's the mainstream one that I don't remember fully. But there is... What are you doing? Okay, here. Come back up here. But basically it was like just about giant bugs breeding with sexy blonde women, right? Parasite in City. There it is. Not Parasite Eve. Parasite in City. Parasite Eve was the PS2 game. There we go. Someone in chat knew what I was talking about. That's my homie. That's my fucking homie. You knew. But yeah, so that introduced me to a whole host of very strange things that I didn't know existed. And I got very curious on why people are into that concept. And it wasn't until... Gosh, this is such a strange thing to talk about. Can you not do that? That's weird. And it wasn't until it got to, I think, like the egg leg stuff that I was like, okay, I can kind of sort of understand why some people might like this. Maybe it's not from an understanding of like I was into it. You know when I'm into it. I'm into some weird shit. But I don't know. It's more like just a fascinating thing to observe. But a game like that deserves to exist, and it was very, very popular in its niche little circles. But it's all pixel. There's barely, like, there's not a lot of detail is what I'm getting at, right? There's not a lot of detail, but it's very artistically well done. Because you can make out all the shapes and the movements and everything that goes on. And so that's what I mean by visually. Yeah. Cat to Vanillish, thank you so much for the 2. Parasite in City wasn't just bugs, it was also it was zombies. Yes, yes. It also had that as well. I remember some of that too. Yes. I didn't skip anybody else, did I? No. Okay, good. But yeah. Why does Steam and other gaming platforms change the way you buy games like phone games do with diamonds? Oh, that I don't know. It's all very... What are you doing? Can you not deep throat my finger? That's a first. No, don't do that. No deep throat finger. Oh, yeah, it was a PS1 game. The graphics looked really shitty on the PCSX. If you need a copy of No Mercy, I got you. Bless you. I would just buy it, though. I would genuinely just buy it. I'm all about supporting devs when I can. Just like we don't actually know what was on the phone of the guy who got... Oh, yeah. So, oh my God. So this was going around, and I wish, even if it turns out to be the case, awesome. But because there was no definitive proof that brown dust art was relating to the individual's arrest, I wish that people didn't pair the picture together, because that can be very misleading. But the only details that we have is that his court case is in November. He didn't plea for anything. They labeled him a flight risk, even though he's never committed a crime before. And he lives with his fucking mom. Like, fuck off. Kitten wishes for freedom. Yes, she's very squirmy. You want to go to the play. You want to play. But yeah, Ruffy, she's 208 years old. Yeah, exactly. And like the art's very cute. And literally, Brown Dust has used Ruffy in advertisements on YouTube. And YouTube is allowed in those countries. So if it was a problem, then they need to ban YouTube. Ooh, orange cat behavior, just a little bit. We're both orange cat behavior, aren't we? But yeah. Did you see the gacha game Horizon Walker is releasing on Steam today? What is that? Oh, is that the Chinese better version of Alloy? Where are you going? Okay. Please just don't go pee pee poo poo on the desk. That would not be cool. She's potty trained, but like I don't know how this works if she can't get to her litter, you know? You guys can't see this, but she's just standing on the desk. I'll play Brown Dust, but I love the characters art. Yes, I absolutely love it. Yeah, Brown Dust is not a problem. Hopefully. Got too much stuff over there. Come back to the camera, because everybody's here for you. They're not here for me. Mwah! They're here for you. They're here for you. Ow. Ah. What are you doing? She just wants to explore. It's a Tencent game that Sony wants to sue. Ah, yes, that is it. That is it. And aloha. Hello, hi. Now here's a question to think about. If your partner would have a genetic mutation that would cause them to be stuck in a kid's body, would their picture be PP? Well, you don't even have to have a hypothetical like that. Technically, apparently, I shouldn't even say technically, in Australia, you are not allowed to make porn if you are flat-chested. So me, in Australia, cannot make pornography because apparently that is, that is apparently illegal, even though I'm 34 years old. I'm a full-grown woman, but because it's apparently being labeled jailbait. Also, that part of the conversation, too, this is something that I've been wanting to talk about, but I don't have, like, the best... Huh! Oh. What did you just touch? There we go. Thank you for not closing out of everything. So the reason why we have so many 18 to 25-year-olds mutilating their faces, like especially women, is because nobody is letting 20-year-olds be 20-year-olds. They keep saying, oh, what are you, pedo bait? Like, oh, what are you? You know, you're a child. The reason why girls are now still being fucking manipulated, like we've actually regressed to an even more dangerous place because
20-year-olds are not allowed to just exist. Look at all of the women who are changing the hollows of their faces to look older and all the makeup and just all that shit. It's so disgusting. You would never know that the chick who played 11 was just like entering her 20s because she looks like a 40-year-old. And that's because people are not letting young people be adults. When I say young people, I mean the legal adults. They are still young, but they are still adults. So a 20-year-old should not be shamed and should not see this constant discourse from the left constantly calling them children. When you call Annie, Grox Annie, childlike, and it's fully developed breasts and it is clearly a 20-year-old, you're hurting more women than you're helping. And that's disgusting. This is pure evil what's happening. Absolutely evil. And talking about it with a squirmy kitten is very funny. The juxtaposition. Very nice. Thank you so much, Scooby Pop, for the tippy. Any upcoming games you are looking forward to? There's nothing in AAA because it's all slop. If there ends up being a good game, it'll be a complete and utter surprise. Pokemon Legends ZA. As we kind of get some more dialogue and interactions from NPCs, it's very clear that Professor Sycamore is just going to be in the post game. So I shouldn't say I'm excited for the game. I'm just excited to speedrun it to get to Professor Sycamore. So my very first playthrough will literally just be a speedrun getting to the end as fast as possible, avoiding as much as I can, and only searching for the Professor Sycamore content because I am a mentally ill, obsessed individual who has a one-track mind.
I've got balls of
Holy
steel.
shit! Bless you! Bless you, Darkin! For gifting 5 subs over on Kick. Please, everybody, enjoy.
I've got
Please
balls of
say thank
steel.
you to the Boosh Giver. Bless you. Barely legal. Like, that's not really a fucking dangerous slope to go down. Exactly. No, it absolutely is.
I've
It is a
got
dangerous
balls of
slope, and
steel.
our society is turning so retarded. There's a lot of things that I'd like to have
I've
a
got
normal
balls of
conversation over that
steel.
unfortunately cannot be had in this setting right now, but it'll come because first we need to get rid of it.
I've got balls of
You
steel.
cannot. Don't go after Luffy. What are you doing? What are you doing? My brown dust calendar. Ah! Okay, before the kitten ends the stream, I guess we'll end stream here shortly in a second. There are no platforms to buy No Mercy on at the moment. That's why I offer it for research. Oh, no, there's always a way to get things. I think you can actually get it from their Subscribe Star. Your husband needs to cosplay as Professor Sycamore at this rate? No. See, the whole point, I separate reality and fiction. I don't want to see myself with Professor Sycamore. I am not a Yumi, I'm a Fujo. I want to watch Professor Sycamore get held down by his orange lion man, and I want to watch him cry because Lysander's way too big. Lysander's like 7 feet fucking tall, all right? Sycamore's, he's okay, but he's barely cracking like 6 foot. There's a whole foot difference. And I'm all about anatomical, being anatomically correct. So there's no way in fuck that tiny hipped little bitch is going to be able to handle Lysander. All right? Yes, I want to sit in the cuck chair when it comes to my anime, 3D pig, 2D pure. I want my husband to be my husband, and I want to make sweet love to my husband, and I want to watch Sycamore and Lysander get it on. Guess what? Everything I just said, it should scare everybody. As somebody who freely says that is being taken seriously by international politicians. Actually, no, it shouldn't scare you guys. You guys should be like, fuck yeah. But that should scare the ever-living piss and shit out of people like Collective Shout. That's what husbandos and waifus are there for. Fiction and reality are not the same. Exactly. I don't like the idea of having my husband cosplay the husbandos I'm obsessed with, except for if he actually really does look like them. He could probably pull off a Sycamore cosplay, honestly. But he pulls off Doctor Strange a lot better. He looks good as Doctor Strange. Every day you drift closer and closer to the Roach King horde. Something. Fear the Fujo, rightfully so. Ah!
She just fucking ran down. Holy fuck. Oh my god. I mean, she's fine. She's very happy. Come back. Come here. She jumped on my leg, then the ground, but still, I wasn't expecting that. Come back. Come here. Thank you, Kirara. Yes, good girl. That's right. You come back to mommy. Holy shit. You come back to mommy. I know. You want to go play and explore. All right. She's getting very antsy. So let me go. Thank you guys so much for all of your generosity today and of course your time. Thank you so much. Stop touching the keyboard. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Thank you so much for letting me be able to do all of the wacky things that I do. And I will hopefully this week have some proper new information for you guys to share and all that good stuff. And I will be trying to make a couple more videos, but we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll start clipping some shorts from the lives. That way they can at least supplement things. All right, come back here. Come back here. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right. Have a good night. I'll see you on Twitter. Yay.